This is Friday. And yesterday we did a virtual walkthrough of the property we were interested in. So Julia and Aubrey went over with Carly, the realtor, and they kind of walked us through on an iPhone. The experience was weird because there's not, great Wi-Fi in this house because there's no Wi-Fi, right? It's just cellular that they're using. So things kind of went in and out a bit, but we got enough of a sense of it. Really loved the house. Loved it. If it was twice as big, it'd be my house, but it's a little dollhouse. So we're not going to do it. There were several things that really stood out. The kitchen was actually bigger than I thought, but it was still very small. The bedroom downstairs was really the size of a closet, a big closet. Was not a good size at all. There were other couple rooms that were really little too, and they were okay, but it was just not it. The outside I thought was pretty good. I was pretty happy with the outside. All the noises is a bird war outside, so I don't know if you can hear it, but so the outside was fine. I liked the area. I thought I could see myself gardening there. I really could get a picture of it. I really loved the curb appeal. Super, super cute. Luckily, Jeff was home. It was his Thursday off, so we were able to do that together. And we realized it's just not going to work, so we didn't put an offer in. Couple things we realized. We realized that if we're looking for houses now, we have to have a down payment and we have to get pre-qualified for a loan, which is really crazy, super crazy. It wouldn't happen this way at all if we already sold this house, because then we'd have the money to do it. So what we're looking at is getting a down payment together, and there's a couple options for that. One is using some of our invested funds. There's this thing where you can pull out funds that you would use for 60 days, but then you have to put them back. We don't know how that will work because we're not sure the timing. So that's an option, but not a great option. Second option is to take a line of equity from this house. So we could get a house in Chicagoland and take, maybe $500,000 from this house and put it toward that house. Something like that we could do. So that's one piece. The other piece is we have to have a pre-approval letter, which I don't remember us having to do before. I think because they were all people we knew, like we knew the mortgage broker, so he told everybody we were fine. I don't remember us having a letter doing that kind of stuff, but we have to have that this time. So I reached out to Carly, the realtor, let her know that the house was a no-go, told her we decided we want to get pre-approved for a loan in Chicago instead of looking for someone here. And that did she have someone to recommend? So she recommended the guy Jacob and Julia are using. And we are, so I reached out to him immediately. He reached back really quick. And I just got off the phone with him, and it's really interesting how all this works because so Jeff's retiring, so they won't use his income to help us qualify for the loan. So I'm like, uh-oh. So, but they will use my income, even though I'm self-employed. They can make accommodations for that. So that's a good amount of money. That's not nothing. That's a good amount of money. And then they want to see our IRAs. What IRAs do we have, and we will set up a distribution from Jeff's, so that will be Jeff's income, is that IRA money. and that's how we have to qualify. So my income, and then Jeff setting up distribution from his IRA. So that's a whole new thing. I was really a little proud of myself that I went online. I filled out all the paperwork. I talked to the money guy today. I knew some of the things, and I thought I have really learned so much about money in the last couple years. Since becoming, well, really, I think since going to Valencia. So since 2018, probably even before that, probably more like 2013. I really started learning more about money. When I was the director of new ministries, I had to deal with a lot more money stuff. And then when I went to Valencia, I had a lot of money stuff to deal with. And then I started just feeling more confident. And I just finished reading this book, How to Be a Rich Old Lady. And I just finished reading this book. I heard her interviewed, and I thought, okay, I need to get more educated about this. And so I've really been working on it. I listen to a lot of money podcasts as well to get me familiar, to get me comfortable. I notice when we go meet with our money guy, he just looks at Jeff. So last time when we met with him, I was like, well, what about this? And what about this? And then I could tell he went from looking at Jeff to going, oh, it was the best. So that's the money piece. And that's kind of one of the big things we have to do. So house-wise, this weekend, I have decided that what I'm going to work on is, where's my list? I'm going to work on the hall and the entryway, and that's painting and packing. I'm going to work on the grout in the downstairs bathroom and take down the drapes and do some simple cleaning. But because that room is so small, there is no way I can do all the things in one day. So I'll be starting to work on that. I have an appointment today at noon, and then when I get back from that, I'm going to start working on my projects. I was going to be going to San Diego for a work thing this weekend, but it's timing wise isn't quite right yet for the project that I'm not overseeing it, that I'm coaching. And so I'm going to wait a little bit. So that gives me some found time, which is super great. Other than that, I think we're making some good progress. I am feeling pretty good about things. I'm feeling really good about understanding the money stuff and figuring out what we need to do there. I am feeling good about the projects we're doing. The one project that I just don't know how to do this is make the bed look nice, right? More than just put a bedspread on it. So I actually spent some time today on Pinterest taking screenshots of different things to see how they layer a bed. I have bought, I don't know, 4 blankets so far to do this layering thing. And the one I got, which I thought was going to be a really nice blanket, and it is so not. I bought 2 of them. I'm going to keep the one because I already unwrapped it and it's on the bed already. But the other one I'm going to return because they were $40 or $50 and they are not great at all. I think it'd be fine for layering. But I'm trying to figure out that layering piece so things look better. So at some point, I hope I'll be able to paste those pictures into the video so you can see if I've learned any of this and made any progress at all. Okay, so that's it for today. I think I'm going to put some bird seed out in the feeders so the birds enjoy themselves even more, but they are fighting a lot today.